Hello, my dear students. So, in this today's class, I'm going to continue the chapter with respect to the solution, the last concept which is left out. So, in the previous videos, you might have seen we have already discussed with the last type of colligative properties. It is with respect to osmosis and osmotic pressure, and also we have learned some of the terminologies like hypertonic solution, isotonic solution. So if you have any doubts, please go through the videos again and again so that it will be clear with the concepts. So if you have still doubts, you can just message me. Now we'll go for the last concept of this chapter, right? So that is also very important one, right? So the concept is called as abnormal molar mass. Here, as the name indicates, abnormal. That means it is not normal, right? So there is some changes with respect to what the molecular mass or molar mass. Now, what do you mean by an abnormal molecular mass? When the molecular mass of a substance is determined by the studying any one of the colligative properties, comes out to be different than the theoretical expected value, then the substance is said to show the normal molecular mass. Now, remember, children, this is very simple concept. We are going to determine the molecular mass through experimental values, and whatever the values will be coming through experimental, if it is different from that of the theoretical value, then that substance is said to be showing abnormal molecular mass. Now, when we are determining the abnormal molecular mass, the molecules may undergo either dissociation or association. Andre dissociation association ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತದ dissociation means to get separated, associate ಅಂದ್ರೆ combine ಆಗೋದು, right? So ಈ association dissociation measurement ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ molecules ನ either the values may be same that of the theoretical or different from that of theoretical. If they are showing different values with respect to theoretical and observed properties of colligative properties, then that molecules are said to be as what abnormal molecular masses, right? Now, abnormal molecular masses are observed when the solute undergoes association. As I told, associate andre ಎರಡು react agadi, A plus B gives AB, right? So when it undergoes association in the solution, or when the solute undergoes dissociation, AB undergoes dissociates to give A plus B. So association ಆದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ dissociation ಆದಾಗ the mass of solute undergoes abnormal molar mass, or abnormal molecular mass is observed when a solute undergoes association or dissociation, right? Now, coming for the concept called as Ventoff's factor. Ventoff's is the name of the scientist, right? So he gave a factor called as a Ventoff's factor, represented by the symbol I. Now remember, children, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಸರ ಈ ವೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನ ಒನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಥವಾ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಐ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ದಟ್, ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಂಟೋಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್. Now, Vento's factor, it is used to calculate the extent of association or dissociation. Note, Vento's factor we can measure the association or dissociation. It is introduced by the factor I, known as Vento's factor. So here I is the symbol for representation for Vento's factor, which is used to determine the extent of association or dissociation of a molecule. Now, certain solutes which undergoes dissociation or association in a solution are found to show abnormal molecular mass. ಇದಂತೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅವಾಗ ದೇ ಶೋ ವಾಟ್ abnormal molecular mass. Due to this, the colligative property becomes abnormal, which can be explained by Vento's factor. ಸೊ ಇದು ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ colligative property ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ abnormal ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So hence this is explained by the factor called as what Vento's factor. Now what is Vento's factor? This is the formula for to calculate Vento's factor. Vento's factor I is equal to, it is a ratio of normal molar mass divided by observed molar mass. Note, it is very simple definition. There are three definitions which you can write, any one you can write. So first definition says what Vento's factor I is the ratio of normal molecular mass divided by observed molecular mass. So normal molecular mass ಅಂದ್ರೆ theoretical observed molecular, right? So observed molecular mass ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ with respect to whatever the practically ನೀವು observe ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅದು molecular mass. So that ratio when you see, that is equal to Vento's factor. So I is equal to ratio of normal molecular mass divided by observed molecular mass. Or we can also say Vento's factor is the ratio of observed colligative property by normal colligative property. ನೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ observed ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಇದು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ colligative property divided by normal colligative property, or Ventos factor I is equal to actual number of particles or species divided by expected number of particles or species. So any one you can see with respect to the definition of Ventos factor. So ಮೂರು ಒಳಗ ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಬರಿಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ Ventos factor ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is a ratio of normal molar mass divided by observed molecular mass, or it is a ratio of observed colligative property divided by normal colligative property, or ratio of actual number of particles or species divided by expected number of particles or species. Now for solutes showing dissociation, now this is very important children, one marks competitive exams over ketara. If a molecule undergoes dissociation, what is the Ventos factor value and ketara? So Ventos factors for the molecules undergoing dissociation will always be I will be always greater than 1. It is greater than 1 if a molecule undergoes dissociation. Right? Now, for example, Tondaga, ili Fe plus 3 Cl minus gives Fe plus 3 plus 3. Here, I is equal to 4 agata. So it should be FeCl3 do. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ FeCl3 undergoes dissociation gives Fe plus 3 plus 3Cl minus. Here I is equal to 4. 4 ಹೆಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? How many iron molecules are there here? There are 1 Fe plus 3 molecules. And how many chloride molecules are there here? 3. So 3 plus 1. So I will be equal to 4. So you can calculate easily the values for the molecules undergoing dissociation or undergoing the molecules undergoing dissociation. Similarly, there are certain examples. This is I is equal to 4. So which are the examples for Ventos factor I is equal to 2? The molecules like Mx, MnO3, MsO4. Right? So E molecules in Martava, they exhibit what? I is equal to 2. Now similarly, molecules with Mx2, M2O or MnO3 twice, these molecules exhibit I is equal to 3. Now similarly, I is equal to 4 are shown by the molecules of type Mx3. You'll note really this is nothing but Mx3, right? So K3, FeCN6, etc. And similarly, I is equal to 5 for molecules like M2X3, M2SO4 thrice, M3PO4 twice, K4 FeCN6. So ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಮ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಿ ಎ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ BaCl2 ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ರೈಟ್? Na2O ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ Mx3 FeCl3 ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, right? So these are some examples like I is equal to 2 for KCl. ಇಲ್ಲಿ M K ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ X Cl ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ KCl undergoes dissociation to form K plus and Cl minus. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಇರ್ತದೆ K plus ಗೆ, Cl ಗೆ 1 ಇರ್ತದೆ. So I is equal to 2. I will show you with the examples, right? Now for solution, this is with respect to molecules undergoing dissociation. Now for solutes showing association, Ventos factor I is always lesser than 1. This is very important, students. The molecules which undergoes dissociation I will be greater than 1, and the molecules which undergo associations the Ventos factor will be lesser than 1. For example, dimerization of acids like benzoic acids in benzene. So dimerization andre it is mixture of two mers, right? So dimer 2, right? Mixing ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, mix ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, right? Two monomers na mix ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ it forms a dimer, right? So like benzoic acid ಮತ್ತು benzene mix ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ here the I will value will always lesser than 1. Now for solutes showing neither association nor dissociation, ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ I is greater than 1, ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ I is lesser than 1. ಈಗ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, neither it undergoes dissociation or association. So Ventos factor is equal to 1. So I will be always equal to 1. For example, urea, glucose, sucrose. So urea does not undergo dissociation or association, glucose does not undergo association or dissociation, sucrose does not undergo association or dissociation. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಕೇಳ, if I is equal to 1, give an example ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So urea is a molecule, or glucose or sucrose you can give example which does not undergo association or dissociation, whose I value will be equal to 1. Now in the competitive exams olaga, degree of dissociation, that is given by the symbol alpha, is equal to I minus 1 divided by n minus 1. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ I ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. What is n? N is number of species formed after dissociation. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು species form ಆಗ್ಯಾವ? 4. Number of species ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ಯಾವ? 2. So n is equal to what? So n is equal to 2 ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾವ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? 2 species ಆಗ್ಯಾವ. So hence n will be equal to 2. So I ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. You know how to calculate the I value. So degree of dissociation is calculated by the formula alpha is equal to I minus 1 divided by n minus 1, where n is the number of species formed after dissociation. Now this is the formula for dissociation. Now degree of association alpha is equal to n into 1 minus I divided by n minus 1. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನೇ ಬೇರೆ, ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನೇ ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎನ್ ಇಂಟು 1 minus I divided by n minus 1, or the same equation can be written as I minus 1 divided by 1 divided by n minus 1. ಸೊ ಇವೆರಡು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸು ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿನಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡಿಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫ್ ಇ ಸಿ ಎಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅಪಾನ್ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, 2. ಹೆಂಗೆ 2 ಎಫ್ ಇ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ಒಂದು, ಸಿ ಎಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 1, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 3 ಸಿ ಎಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಅದ 1 ಎಫ್ ಇ ಎಚ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟದ 2. ಸೊ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ n, you will get the association or dissociation values, right. So I hope this is clear with respect to Venn-Diagnostic factor. Very important is the definition. What are the Venn-Diagnostic factor for dissociation, association, neither association or dissociation, and the degree of dissociation ಮತ್ತು association ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, what is the symbol for it, alpha. So ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ is use ಮಾಡಿ you can calculate the degree of association or dissociation. ಈಗ already I have discussed this one. So here you can see the name of the solutes I have given here, like urea, NaCl, KBr, BaCl2, K2SO4, K3FeCN6, K4FeCN6, right. You solute ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು they may ask you in the exam what is the Venn-Diagnostic factor I value. So if I take urea, as I had told, it neither undergoes association or dissociation, so I will be equal to 1. ಈಗ NaCl or KBr, this is the example for like mx ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅದ. ಸೊ mx ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ what is it value, I is equal to 2. Hint 2, NaCl undergoes dissociation to form Na plus and Cl minus. So 1 Na plus and 1 Cl minus, so it will be equal to 2. Similarly KBr, K plus and Br minus, so there are 2 ions, so I will be equal to 2. Now similarly mx2, right, so ಅಥವಾ m2x. So il BaCl2 undergoes dissociation to form Ba plus 2 and 2Cl minus. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 plus 1 3 ಆಯಿತು. Similarly K2SO4, 2K plus and SO4 minus 2. So 2 plus 1 again 3. Now this K3FeCN6, so 3K plus and FeCN6 minus 3, and here it will be equal to 4, and K4FeCN6 ಒಳಗ 4K plus and FeCN6 minus 3, so it will be equal to I is equal to 5. So ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಭಾಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಐ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ನ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು K2SO4, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಐ ಫಾರ್ K2SO4, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3. ಯು ನೋ ಹೌ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್, ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, it is important one, please note down, dear students. Now we go for the next one. So as I discussed, here there is a table column indicating the I values. So if the molecules or normal molecules ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, normal molecules ಅಂದ್ರೆ it does not either undergo association or dissociation, ಅವಾಗ I value equal to what, 1. So example includes urea in water. ಈಗ if it undergoes dissociation, I will be Venn-Diagnostic factor will be greater than 1. Example NaCl in water. If it undergoes association, then I will be lesser than 1. So example includes acetic acid in water. So it is also very important from your exam point of view. They may give I value, I is equal to 1 or greater than 1 or lesser 1. So at that time you have to identify whether the molecules undergoes association, dissociation, or it is a normal molecule. So this table column is also very important one, my dear students. Now based upon this abnormal molecular mass, so the expression for abnormal colligative properties, now colligative properties expression would be, now what is the expression for abnormal colligative properties? So for the expression ಎಲ್ಲ equation same, just Venn-Diagnostic factor I include ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ the first colligative property is here relative lowering of vapor pressure. So we know that what is relative lowering of vapor pressure, P naught minus P divided by P naught is equal to mole fraction of component B. But here for abnormal colligative property, the expression is P naught minus P divided by P naught is equal to Venn-Diagnostic factor I into mole fraction of component B. So this is the expression for abnormal colligative property for relative lowering of vapor pressure. So example ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, write the expression for abnormal colligative property with respect to relative lowering of vapor pressure ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ, so P naught minus P divided by P naught is equal to Venn-Diagnostic factor I into mole fraction of component B. Now similarly second colligative property, that is elevation of boiling point. Expression ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು delta TB is equal to KB into M, but for abnormal colligative property, elevation of boiling point is given by delta TB is equal to I Venn-Diagnostic factor I into KB into M. Now similarly for third type of colligative property called as depression of freezing point, delta TF is equal to I into KF into M. So you'll have Ventos factor I bantu, right? So everything is same. Colligative property expressions ಎಲ್ಲ same ಇರ್ತದೆ. But for abnormal colligative properties, we are inserting the equation with respect to Ventos factor I. Then last one, osmotic pressure of a solution pi is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ C into RT ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ N2 divide N2 into R into T divided by V ತಗೋಬಹುದು. So here, if I have taken pi is equal to N2 RT divided by V, so expression will be pi is equal to I into N2 into RT divided by V, where I is your Ventos factor. So that is the expression for abnormal colligative properties. So with this, my dear students, we have completed with the chapter called as a solution. So I repeat once again, I glance the concepts what we have studied here in the solution chapter. So initially we have begun with the definition of solution, binary solutions, and also types of solutions, and also we have seen concentrations of solution like molality, mole fraction, parts per million, etc. Then also we have seen the two important laws called as Henry's law, Raoult's law, applications of Henry's law, and also we have seen with respect to ideal solutions, non-ideal solution, the differences between them, and also we also have seen the main concept called as colligative properties, the four types of colligative properties, and the numerical problems also we have seen, and lastly we have seen with respect to the abnormal molecular weights. So please, my dear students, if you have any doubts, please come through it. Please go through the videos again and again so that if you have any doubts, you can ask me directly. Right? So with this, we come up with a conclusion for the chapter called as a solution. Then in the next class, we'll go with the new chapter. So we'll see which chapter we are going to discuss. So in the next class, maybe I'll be providing you some of the homeworks or numerical problems so that you can solve it. So as I told, from this chapter there are 7 marks allotted, right? So question number 28, question number 1 and 2. So question number 28 we have already seen numerical problems. Then also I will be assigning you some of the other numerical problems which you are not solved in these videos, right? Okay, so wishing you all the best. So if you have any doubts, please come through the doubts personally or you can message me, right? So with this I end the chapter, right, called as solution. Okay, thank you, all the best.